Greetings all you folks out there in Guitar Land. I got a little something here. Thought I'd do a quick unboxing, sort of, kind of, and tell you what I'm going to do with it first. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to tear it all apart. I'm going to make it what I want, and then I'm going to put it back together. Doesn't that sound like fun? Anyway, a couple of days ago, found this at an auction website that is actually local, so it's a local pickup. And it was just this Fender Squire Strat, black. I don't want a black Strat. I've got one. I want a white one, but I don't want a white one, like Olympic white. I want one that's like Wimbledon white, that looks like it was Olympic white, that was aged about 20 years. And I want a mint green pickguard on it. Now I want to make sure that it's got a rosewood fretboard. This one does. But I'd like maybe clay dot inlays. I'm not sure if I want to go that far, but I definitely want a scallop fretboard. And the kind of thing that I'm going for is like the Gilmore, not the Gilmore, he doesn't scallop fretboards, is like the Ritchie Blackmore scallop, because I've really fallen in love with the Catacaster. So named by my friend Stuart, that I want to kind of replicate that. So in a way, this is kind of a Ritchie Blackmore Strat kind of thing, but it's really just something that's kind of like aged and ugly and beautiful at the same time to me. So we're going to tear it apart and we're going to refinish it, and we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to the neck, and I'm waiting on my mint green pickguard. That should be here in a few days. So this is going to be a multi-part series. But and I'm considering replacing the pickups, because Squire pickups are, they're all right. I mean, it's more about the player, but they're a little hummy. So I'm thinking about getting a minor upgrade for like $30. But at any rate, and if I do that, I'll be on camera too, because hey, sticking with the program. One thing that I want to make clear first, before anything else, is we have cats in this room. This is a beautiful, cat-friendly location. So you're probably going to see little buggers hopping around here and there, and at least being playful. And let me grab Marcus. He's the cutest. Come here, Marcus. Yes, boy. He is a very moldy cat, and he's a sweater. All right. Well, cat time is over. He's a very soft, fluffy kitty. Anyway, what I was saying though is that we're essentially going to tear this thing apart, and when we're tearing it apart, instead of desoldering from the jack to the main, I'm just going to go ahead and clip it, because I'm gonna pretty much rewire it at some point anyway. There you go, Marcus. And that's just going to be a thing. Also taking Squire off the headstock. Everybody knows there's a Squire. I'm just going to put something there instead, and I'm still not exactly sure what that's going to be yet. But let me know in the comments. Haha, people say that all the time. Might as well say it myself. What you think I ought to name it? Because I'm thinking things like Friar Tuck, Syndrome. I'm not sure, but or something like Fender instead of Fender, Findir. Fender. That just sounds sort of Durr, maybe. I don't know. It just sounds cute to me. But it's I'm essentially taking this super cheap thing and making it much better for me. I'm also considering removing all the frets and putting in big, massive fret wire, and that means I'm going to have to redo the nut. Let's do the unboxing really quick, and I'll show you this beautiful thing. Daisy Rock. Very highfalutin, extremely high-end gig bag. And the zipper is here. There we are. So I've seen pictures of it, and I think you'll all appreciate the fact that it has pink strings. Hey, and it comes with a nice little strap there. So, we get to remove some stuff. Not just some stuff, all of it. Nice rosewood board. That's a little darker than what was in the pictures. I may not need to stain that to make it look older. I'm probably going to scuff it up a bit though. The frets look okay. Take these off. Just auction-y stuffs. But I got it for a steal. Now, it's not technically the cheapest guitar I've ever, or that I have in my collection. That's the Strat that I did the Joe Satriani cover with, which I got for $89. Oh yeah, cable. And no, there is no tremolo arm, so that's something else to order. Yep, it's got a nice broken string. Look at that. So there's some goobers here that we're gonna have to work on with the body itself, like some scratches, some dents, some dings. Looks like it got dropped a time or two, but hey, man, it's a Squire. They're meant for that. Interesting is you got the truss rod here, adjustment here at the headstock, and they did it right by us. There's no strip in the back of the. Hey, would you look at that? There's a little flame to the maple. Isn't that cute? Nice, made in China, but it's made in China. Let's start with this. I don't believe in those. My tools. With the exception of, it looks like I have left my screw gun downstairs, so I'm going to have to fetch that. But, one way or the other, what y'all need to know right now, I don't believe in these. That's coming off and staying off. And another thing that I could say is that, get the finish settling. This is probably from the early 2000s. We could probably find out with the serial number now, couldn't we? Anyway, just based on the look of the finish, age-wise. Anyway, so I forgot the screw gun. I'm going to have to go fetch that. And don't worry, I'm not going to keep you here and yakking y'all's ear off. I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse this, starting as soon as I get back with my screw gun. So hold tight. Before I get started, let's go ahead and do the quick the lovely tunings of pink plastic coated strings. Something rattling there. Nothing. It might be the truss rod. Not sure. Anyway, well, whatever's wrong with it, I can fix it. And these are pretty bright. I'm thinking about replacing these with, if they were screwed in better. That's actually offset. Chinese quality control. Anyway, what I was thinking about doing, and I'm still thinking about doing it, is replacing all of these. And now I really kind of want to with clay dots, just to make it a little less. But this being offset also gives me an opportunity to drill that out, plug the hole with some rosewood that I've got lying around, and then re-drill it in the proper place. It won't be perfect, but it'll look a lot better than this. That's it's so bad, man. It's just so bad. Well, let's get these strings off of here, and then we'll just go ahead and take everything else. Time lapse. Now, word to the wise, cats love strings. My cat Hopper thinks that these are the best toys in the whole wide world. They're not good for cats. You should not let your cats play with guitar strings. This is a cat advice portion of the channel. You are not a good cat dad and or mom if you let them play with things that can harm them. And if you don't love them, why have them, right? So if you love them, take care of them. I somehow seriously doubt that whoever owned this will be watching this. But if you did, that's not the way you string things up. Or if you are, I should say, that is not the way.
Do you know the way?
Do I know the way? I do know the way. That's the problem. So this is going to need a repair. Pretty good sized repair. And that's not a problem for me. I don't mind at all. To do this right, what I'll probably wind up doing is cutting that off and putting another chunk of wood in there. But I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Now because this is all, God, yeah, They weren't even paying attention. They just re-drilled all over the place. Well, anyway, so 1998. It's the year I got married. This guitar's 25 years old this year. Not bad. Anyway, so this I'm going to fix. Flood it with glue, plug these holes, re-drill them correctly when the time comes. But I'm also going to, oh God, because of the way that's split, really taking that off is probably the best idea and just replacing it. You have to cut down this way, right there, and then cut through the front, just underneath. And so all I have to do is think hard about exactly how I'm going to be doing that. Routing it might actually be a better option. So let's talk a little bit about that. So I think I don't really build much anymore, so I'm a little out of my game with this. But besides filling these holes, like I said before, hi Hopper Boy. Besides filling these holes, like I said before, the person that did this was just dumb. Yeah. Kershaw Boilermaker. Kershaw never should have stopped making this. It's a great knife. Yeah, lots of work to do on this. Lots of work. All right, here we go with the rest of the story. There's that. So yeah, all the pickups here are ceramic. Now, if we wanted to have some weird fun with it, we could take off these ceramic magnets and we could replace them with like Alnico bar magnets. And I might do that. I've got some Alnico 3 and Alnico 4 lying around, and I think that might be really interesting. Of course, they're not rubberized. These are basically refrigerator magnets. But and the rubber helps keep the noise down. It doesn't really, but they say it does. Pots look like they're in good order. I'm not seeing anything that's terrible. All the wiring is still solid. Looks original. If not, I would be surprised. It looks original enough. Springs instead of the the oft-doted what is that thing called anyway? The surgical tubing. That's it. Anyway, so we've got her all apart. And yeah, I'm going to take all this stuff off, but not right now. And get the mint green one when it comes and pop that in there. These are almost aged enough where I might not need to get other covers for it. But we're going to do the quick Scotch-Brite and what's that stuff called? Shoe polish. That's it. We're going to do this quick Scotch-Brite shoe polish treatment on all this stuff. Actually, I've got 3 of these coming that are a little more aged looking than this with black lettering. Should be exquisite. That neck, though, that's tomorrow's job. All right, so for this, still got a couple more things to go. How could I forget? Might replace those two. We'll keep the cheapo tuners. Nice swimming pool route. If I ever decide I wanted humbuckers, this is definitely a place to get them. That looks like it's been scuffed. Or exposed to some heat. I do not know. I do not know. But for the sake of argument, we're going to have fun with this. All right. See you guys in a minute. Oh dear, well, I've already started sanding this. So I'm essentially just taking this block and I'm going gently over it so it stays pretty well flat. One direction. This block is, I think it's 220, 320. Just the 320 side will do. Go one direction, skip it, go the next direction like so. But the thing to notice is that there are some high and low spots, and we're going to take those a little bit more carefully and try to get rid of those the nicest way possible, which is time and caring. The other thing I want you to notice is that there are some dips here. A little sanding through the whole finish there. It was a high spot generally, so I'll have to be mindful of that. And then there's a little spot there, but there's some scuffs and stuff. And I'm going to fill that with some really nice medium viscosity, velocity, hilarious. Super glue. Fill a little bit, fill a little bit more, fill a little bit more, and so on. All right, shaky cam and all, here we go. It's green. Interesting. So all I'm going to do is gloop the stuff on. I do not have any accelerator, so essentially we're going to be waiting for this to dry. But through the magic of TV, it's already dry. And we can just start attacking it after that. Here we go. Literally don't care that I'm overfilling just a little bit. It's not a problem. Actually, that one, I think the light viscosity will do just fine. Come here, lightweight stuff. Super glue, the only glue that sticks to its bottle so well you can barely do anything with it. I'm literally just, going to kind of flood the surface. We're just going to scrape this back anyway, so it's not a big deal. Not to mention, hey, it doesn't have to look pretty. I'm painting right over the top of it. So who cares? I sure don't. So, yeah, that's that. Now we just wait for it. You too. You too. Now wait for it to become more solid, and then we'll start attacking this a little more fervently. Comme c'est comme ça. Well, folks, here we sit waiting for glue to dry. I have decided that, yes, it would be the smartest thing to remove this and fix it properly. But like I said, I paid less than $100 for this guitar. Maybe I didn't mention that. So they sell new for $245. I got it for less than $100. I made this purchasing decision to destroy it and let my cat walk in front while I'm talking about it. Hopper's bum. There's my kitty. Come on, Bubba. Hey, little man. I'm going to say hi to the peoples. Anyway, I've made the conscious decision. I am going to try to glue it and keep it down with clamp pressure first. I'm not worried about scuffing up the fretboard. There's already some marks here. It looks like somebody scraped across here with a razor blade. And we're back. So yeah, it looks like somebody scraped across here with a razor blade anyway. And I plan on scalloping the board. If I've got to do this much work with it and it's not going to just take a weekend, I might as well do it right. I get that. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to clamp it. A lot of glue, clamp, plug the holes, clamp, 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 clamp everywhere, and kind of force it back into position. And see if she takes. If it does, I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. The glue is actually, it's a stronger bond than the wood itself has, so I'm not worried about it. And maple has a Janka hardness, of 800, so it's not, the glue will be much stronger than the wood. It'll be okay. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so like I said, I'm not worried about roughing any of this up. I'm going to scallop the fretboard anyway. I'm going to replace the fret dots, and even though the frets are in actually pretty decent shape for being made in 1998, they're just small. And scallop fretboard and shreddy. Well, hey man, I think big frets are in order. Not only that, I'm going to take the Squire off, like I said before. Do go ahead and leave any comments that you have regarding what you think the name is. Going to be. And in the meantime, I'll play us out, and I'll see you tomorrow.